Hayley Fanton. I am a senior professional education major here at Malone, and I've been involved in theater since my freshman year of high school, and I've continued all the way up until now. So I'm from this really small town, but it's not really a town, it's like a township called Dundee, Ohio. The classic, like, everyone knows everybody. My cousins were my neighbors, very much off the grid, you know, like, if there was crime, there hardly wasn't any of it. Just like a small, just tight-knit community, and everyone just kind of had to make their own fun, whether that be with movies or just spending time with family. In high school, I don't know how I did everything that I did in high school. I was involved in marching band, in concert band. I was a part of the color guard and part of the marching band. I was in the drama department. I was in choir. I was in show choir. I was in book club. I was in Spanish club. I was part of student council. I was part of what my school called Interact Club, but it was kind of like Rotary for high school. I was in National Honor Society. So I kind of had a mixed group of friends, which I was very thankful for. I had a lot of friends in a lot of different areas, and I think it exposed me to a lot of different experiences. But I was primarily a music person. I guess I would classify myself as that, but I was just kind of a shy, quiet girl. I wasn't popular by any means, but I was popular with my friend group. But I really came out of my shell when I started doing theater and musical performances. So the first time I watched The Wizard of Oz, it was with my grandma. I call her Mama. She was just a very bright, vibrant person, someone that I wish I was. And the childlike awe that she had, even though she was obviously much older than me, it just made me so intrigued with the film. And she remembers seeing it for the first time when she was a little girl. That was the first movie that she saw in colors. So she just kind of instilled that, like, wow, look how amazing this fantasy world and how wonderful it was. I think The Wizard of Oz, it just kind of made me believe that my imagination was powerful and that it was something to explore. Again, I've always been a quiet, shy girl, but I always had an overactive imagination since I was a child, and I was always coming up with these crazy stories or just different, thoughts or ideas. And so having that love of the movies since I was little with my grandma to now, it's kind of given me this sense of, maybe people don't see the world the same way that I do, but, I'm in my own little wonderland of sense, and it's just kind of been a comfort now that my grandma is no longer on this earth. Like, I can always go back to that and remember those happy memories. First year in high school, I ran the lights for one of the musicals. After that, I played this sassy old Southern woman who was the complete opposite of who I was my sophomore year, and that has really helped me come out of my shell. I played a couple other roles. I played in Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I played in a musical called Babes in Arms, Perfumery. There's another musical. And I was also in a community production of Mary Poppins, which was really fun. Working with that many people at such a magnitude, it was just such a great experience. And then my senior year of high school, we actually put on the production of The Wizard of Oz, and I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to be able to play Dorothy in my high school production. So that was just a wonderful full circle moment. it felt like, I don't know, in a way that my grandma was there, even though she wasn't. But it was just such a fun tribute and experience to play a dream role when you're in high school. Something that I always found comforting was even after Dorothy woke up and she came back from Oz, her family was there and they were happy to see her, and they weren't, in the moment, like, they weren't upset that she ran away from home and that there was a tornado and they couldn't find her, but that sentiment of like, oh, there really is no place like home, that there's always someone that you can go back to, and even if you messed up, they will still be there for you. Theater has been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, besides accepting Christ. It has just given me a space where I can be creative and I can, be goofy with friends and entertain people. For 2 hours of time, I'm able to let people forget their problems and what's going on at home and tell them a story that I think is really funny, or I think is really powerful, or that needs to be told. And it has just given me the confidence in myself to know that I have a voice and that I can be that goofy, creative person.